We've got an expensive fall Mac today on BoxMac. This is by far the most expensive Mac we've ever had on the show. We have some awesome ingredients here.
Well, let's recap. In our Halloween oeuvre, the first year we did like a Franken Mac, you mixed and matched. It's kind of an early Junt's lab. The next year you did that pumpkin puree one that really worked out well.
Yeah, that was good.
The baked one. Then you attempted an apple one and it really kind of fell on its apple butt.
Yes, maybe that's a mistake bringing it back today, but we'll see.
Then last year we said, come on, John, make us a good fall Mac, except we provided in a reality show setting, all the ingredients.
Yeah.
Welcome all of you creepy cooks and monster Mac makers. Here we are at the Mac Ranch for the ooey gooey ooky spooky macaroni and cheese competition.
This year we said, we're taking the gloves off.
Carte blanche.
We're going to Whole Foods.
Yep.
We're buying whatever you need. We've never done a Whole Foods.
No, I've only ever shopped at a Whole Foods twice in my whole life. Hoity-toity, high-end, for the riche. A lot of locations in cities. That's where we're at today. We're in Providence, Rhode Island. We're shopping here today, hopefully to find the ingredients for my fall Mac. I'm gonna see if I can get as many ingredients as possible here. The Mac is a fall Mac with chorizo, not chorizo. Very unusual for our area. And apples and pears.
A hoity-toity fall Mac.
A hoity-toity fall Mac.
When you suggested Whole Foods, I was like, is this guy Mr. Bargain suggesting Whole Foods?
I would normally never come here because I like things cheap, but I thought it would be different. We could see what kind of quality stuff they have. Maybe they have some incredible quality stuff that'll make me want to come back.
I love Whole Foods.
It's pricey, but it has a pretty good selection.
What do I anticipate? I mean, spending 30% more than normal.
For what, 10% increase in quality?
Maybe. So I want to buy a little bit better cheese than we normally have in our Macs.
I say get creative.
You say, well, I mean, the chorizo is new, apples and pears in your Mac?
Get crazy with the pasta. You're in a Whole Foods.
Pecans. Why aren't pecans in this Mac?
Yeah, get nuts, John.
And no, but we are doing something. We're gonna have breadcrumbs on the Mac. And we're not even baking it. So what the hell's the point? Probably one of the very last Hunt's photos and videos in existence.
You holding out on us, Phil?
Yes. It used to be a very large franchise that sold photo equipment and video equipment. I don't even know if it exists anymore in this plaza. They used to be all around.
That's quite the cart they have there.
It's a pretty fancy looking cart you got there, John.
It is, and yet it's still squealy. It's very plasticky. There's no metal on it. I'm not gonna litigate the carts too heavily.
Harvest time for the money vendors.
$9.99, you can get that $4.99.
These are pretty nice pumpkins, actually.
I do love these little ones though. I love decorating with these. $6. Not terrible, not great. I love these things. I love
how
gourds.
weird.
They're just so bizarre.
This one looks like it's covered in peanuts. It's a little weird.
Look at how cool that one is.
It's a feature, not a bug. How do you feel about white pumpkins?
I don't know that I've ever seen one in person.
What?
That is cool.
I just love the green.
Should we get any additional pumpkins for decoration's sake?
Yeah. I mean, would you like a pumpkin for your house? Because you're keeping it.
Sure.
This one has too many lines. This one's nice and light.
I think you want a pumpkin. You
Kinda
should get,
do,
We'll
but-
get it.
All right.
Oh, $9.99. What will we do? How will we make Christmas?
If we're gonna have a nice pumpkin on the Red Cow dime, I'm gonna get a nice pumpkin.
You go ahead now.
I'm gonna go back to the pumpkin barrel.
You're getting kind of indecisive here.
I have a decision.
You don't think they put the best ones on display so they'd be sold first?
I think that the manager told some young hapless employee to like just put pumpkins on the shelf. These pumpkins are pretty good and they're almost half the price. And I could get two.
They're a lot smaller.
I like small. I don't need a big pumpkin.
You want to have him roll it like Linus?
I gotta decide. We got a lot of shopping to do.
It's fine. This is the best segment ever. This is replacing normal narrative content.
John squabbles with himself over what kind of pumpkin he wants.
I don't know why every year I'm pushing all this narrative crap on them when this is what they've come for.
This is what they want. They want me to shop for pumpkins. All right, I want this.
Yeah, you're going for a gourd. You're out of your gourd.
That's gonna cost $15.
It's like a mutated watermelon. It knocks someone out with this thing.
One small traditional pumpkin. This one right here.
I gotta tell you, look, I'm really shocked by your behavior right now.
Why?
Well, I just really didn't expect this level of engagement on this issue.
Maybe this level of engagement. What does that mean?
I thought you'd be like, I got enough pumpkins, and you'd like blow past it.
We're gonna get free pumpkins and I get to have my house look awesome for Halloween?
So patrons, you're the reason why he's on a pumpkin shopping.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a cute little one?
Pumpkin.
Gloria said that's the perfect pumpkin for if somebody has a wedding around Halloween time.
You can put it in the cart, Gloria.
She likes to put it down low.
You want it? It'll ride on the bottom.
I put it down
Okay.
low.
That pumpkin's on the down low.
Apples are in season. I'm getting the apple for the Mac.
What are you looking for in your apples?
I would like a Macintosh. I don't see it because it's usually a cooking apple. but maybe I'll use one of these more fancy ones.
Do you snack on apples? Are you
Never.
an apple guy?
I
No.
don't eat fruit at all, really, just to keep the sugar out of my diet. I could introduce some fruit, and I think I'd be good. Bananas, especially, they're so good for you.
It's just hard for you to ignore the fact that they have calories.
Not calorie, sugar. And I'm gonna get a pear as well.
Yeah, I like the pear idea.
Yeah.
I love pears, and I don't eat them very often.
I'm gonna try to get an Anjou pear. I think they have some right over here.
I just kicked a pepper. Peter Piper kicked a peppers.
They don't have the normal variety I associate with a big supermarket. Like, there's no D'Angelo pears. There's only Bartlett and Red.
Maybe they're kind of judgmental. Like, these are the only ones you need.
These are snacking pears. They're not cooking pears.
Right,
They'll
right,
be
right,
fine.
right.
All of these pears are super not ready yet.
Yeah. You gotta buy them and let them sit in a brown paper bag.
Shallots.
Gene shallot.
When they put things in containers, it looks like you have to take a container. You don't have to take a container. You can take whatever you want.
Ah, it's implied.
I'm trying to find the chorizo. Don't know where to look. Don't know the layout of the supermarket at all. Gonna take forever.
There it is. Matt found it.
Chicken chorizo. Hi. Can I get a pound of the pork chorizo, please?
Not a lot of room for traffic.
Yes. Yeah. The aisles are very small. I guess that's just a function of it being like in the city, and real estate's just at a premium. It's bigger than a lot of the ones I've been to.
This whole basket gives me a real chorizo chub.
Frankie, this is the kind of sale I get into. All Gouda 20% off.
That sounds like it's all Gouda, man. Didn't we use it last year and we kind of regretted it?
Did we?
You didn't rewatch last year's?
No.
To know like how to improve it?
I won't use it.
A shredded Gouda?
Is your imagination running wild?
All the Gouda and sharp cheddar's going in.
It's weird.
All right, I'm enlisting you guys to help me look for cheese.
What do you need?
I need fontina.
Look, Gloria, cakes.
Wedding?
What's the best cake for a wedding?
The one that has frosting roses on it.
That's called a red velvet one.
Those are super yummy. Who's wedding?
Family bear.
Her teddy bear?
Pumpkins for the wedding. The cake is for the wedding.
I gotta tell you, your cart is wicked fall.
This is a very good quality raw milk fontina. Usually you don't find raw milk.
Have we ever had a Fontina cheese in our
No,
mix?
it's certainly not of this quality. I mean, this is a $12 block for 8 ounces. I like them. It has a unique blend of cheeses thanks to the fontina and Swiss. Mm-hmm. It's got a really nice rich flavor. It's sharp. It's really lovely.
Kind of intrigued by this
Well, like
design.
a big garbage bag full of cheddar.
That cheddar might be really good. It's $22 a pound.
But you
Do I
buy-
have to ask for this cheese? Is it on request
see.
only?
Barn burner. Things got dark real quick.
A little over a half pound of this the barn burner smoked.
How much do you think this one bottle of white truffle oil would cost?
26.
$18.99. So John was $7 off.
Yeah, we're $7 high.
I mean, you might overestimate prices anywhere that you're a little uncomfortable. You're like, that's probably $100.
It's probably $1,000.
I'm impressed by your confidence level with your cheese selection because there's so much cheese selection that like I wouldn't know where to begin.
I want something a little smoky, and that smoked cheddar, I'm pretty excited for that. And I definitely wanted the fontina, so I think we're gonna have a really nice blend. We're not gonna make a ton of this, Mac. It's not like a huge bowl. It's like we only use a half a pound of pasta with it, but I think it's gonna be fantastic. If for no other reason, it has some superior cheeses.
Kerrygold cute cheese. Looks like the wedding planning has continued. What'd you get? You're gonna eat those?
No.
You smell the Indian food. It smells amazing.
Super nice.
Chicken tikka masala. Yes.
Hell yeah, that's what I always go for.
The color of that cheese is gorgeous. This will be the second time in my life I've ordered a cheese fancy enough that it needs to be fresh cut out of a block. I am actually really excited. It looks like such a good cheese. The only thing I don't have 100%, they have so much cheese, an infinite variety of cheese, and they have one type of chorizo.
Like I said, they have the chubs.
What are those? So this is dried chorizo. I wonder how it is.
I mean, you can take a risk. Look at this.
Look at this cart.
Is this an exciting cart or what?
Excites me. $15 for 2/3 of a pound of cheese. I'm gonna find the bread.
Oh yeah,
They
breadcrumbs.
must have bread. I want a sourdough or a brown pumpernickel.
You can get a nice baguette. You can have a cartoonish grocery bag.
Oh, you would be good.
You've been so low carb. I mean,
I don't eat bread.
right.
Period.
Our old friends at Bonza. Oh yeah, you haven't even picked out the pasta yet.
No, I mean, I do have a box of Distesso at home.
Dude, buy something good. Dicesso, yet again.
It's a good pasta.
Over and over and over again with the Dicesso.
This looks pretty good. A nice pipette. Oh, this is they call it Lumache or Radiatore. I like the look of this better.
Okay. I mean, it's definitely bigger. It'll hold more.
I'm curious what they have for macaroni and cheese here.
Freak flag. Somebody almost sent us that, I think. New vegan
Yeah.
varieties.
Howell,
haven't
never heard of that. Yep. No craft and a couple of house brands.
They're making a statement with that lack of craft.
Yeah. When I buy spices, Frank, I tend to buy the absolute cheapest spice I can. I want to see if there's a real difference.
You know what we've never tried in Mac that like people have been recommending lately?
What?
Like a little ranch dressing.
Really? I think it would add a little creaminess and a little bit of spice. It would be kind of an interesting mix-in to try.
Maybe that's the substitute episode, a lab.
Yeah, I think it would be a good lab.
So they're buying a wedding cake. and they're writing on it. So it's taking them a few minutes.
Gloria wants to have a wedding for her 2 teddy bears. And Nina's indulging the crap out of it.
Who will be officiating this wedding? Is it you?
Flower.
That's probably Gloria herself.
Oh, okay. She's the officiator, she's the coordinator, she's the caterer, she's the bridesmaid.
She's so stressed.
Everything's just coming together at the last minute.
We're returning the flowers because the wedding has been moved to Easter.
Oh.
The cake says Happy Wedding Day on it.
Ta-da!
Happy wedding day.
With hearts.
It's a vegan cake, right?
You just gotta be careful, okay?
Okay,
Just
don't
look-
eat it.
Okay, I'll try not to. Isn't that beautiful?
But get hot.
Highlights for kids. This was where it was at when we were children.
In every doctor's waiting room ever.
I've had highlights for kids. I loved it. I thought it was great.
So I think we have to look for anything that looks unusual at a Halloween party. Like at a Halloween party, you wouldn't expect to see a water slide, would you? No. And you wouldn't expect to see a birthday cake, would you? And you wouldn't expect to see...
2 teddy bears having a wedding
Not unless it was a teddy bear wedding reception.
on Halloween night.
I moved to Easter because I thought that was a good one, actually.
That'd be a good time to book the venue. $178.
Oh, baby. Not all of that was mine, but there was at least $35 of cheese. An outrageous expense.
How do you feel about it?
I feel bad.
Really?
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it's awesome to pick out the very best and coolest ingredients. I could never spend that much,
Why?
on my own.
Why?
Because it's asinine.
You feel like you're gonna run out of your paycheck.
It's not worth it for a meal. It's like there's a built-in standard of how much you should pay for ingredients for a meal. Like $10 worth of cheese for mac and cheese, okay. And actually, we did get some awesome decorations too, which I'm very excited about. So that is playing into it. I'm gonna enjoy those all month. So now I feel a little bit better than 20 bucks if it was decorations. Of the $177 grocery transaction, 81 is related to this Mac. Jesus Christ.
An $81 Mac.
$81 Mac. You can use that as the headline.
Yeah,
$81 Mac? And me looking... It breaks down about $35 in cheese, $18 in chorizo costs because we got 2 types, $5 for the pasta, $5 for the fruit for the Mac, and then maybe like 10 or so bucks in other like garlic, cream, some ground mustard. So yeah, big bucks. I did intentionally go into this with the intent to spend extra on cheese and kind of get something really premium. I went above what I thought I was going to get, so that's how it goes. It was very liberating to just walk in and say, I want that, I want that, I want that. This $15.40 block of cheese, this $12 block of cheese, that other $12 block of cheese.
Oh my God.
There's cheese to shred. You know, I was thinking of assigning one Nina to do that. I love your outfit, by the way. I love both your outfits. They're both
Thank you.
awesome.
We underwent big hair transformations
Yes.
to make these
Yes.
possible. You grew your hair out long to dress up as Wanda. I lost a lot of weight and I have to wonder, what do I look like without a beard? I've had a beard since 2010, at least. When I told John we're gonna shave, he was like, don't do it! Dramatic reenactment.
right.
Oh, don't shave your beard, Frankie. You look good with a beard.
You do.
Are you just fighting for every ounce at this point? You've hit your goal, you're like...
Make sure you catch everything.
Painful to watch.
I don't even know what this is gonna look like. It was fine until the mustache. It's the mustache that starts making your face look weird. It's so weird.
It's taken the years
All right,
off.
let's see.
You look like a totally different person to me in my head. You look like you did in your first day of school photo.
How often do you shave, John?
Every other day.
There, the beard's back. We good?
There you go.
All right, Nina.
Whoa.
It's so bizarre. You look like you did 20 years ago.
It's been a while. You'll adjust.
Gave us quite a scare, Miguel. We'd lost a lot of weight and we didn't know if we could revive you.
You know what's funny? I was thinking like, oh, I wonder if he'll get it in my beard at all.
You know, somehow, without the beard, the red really suits your face.
Orange Dad bad?
I'm thinking that I can make a delicious breadcrumb that's gonna just serve as an accent topping to the Mac.
Homemade breadcrumbs though, not Ritz, not...
No, I got a sourdough loaf here.
I think sourdough makes everything better.
I'm gonna grind up the bread and then I'm gonna fry the bread. So we're not gonna like just toast it. We're gonna actually fry the bread and get like the little grilled cheese vibe going.
Whoa.
It's not going in the oven. This is not a baked Mac.
I'll attempt an open mind.
Yes.
Attempt.
If nothing else, I think they'll be tasty on their own and you can enjoy them beside the Mac. What do you think?
Look, it's your vision.
I kind of want to taste a little tiny bit of this cheese.
Have you been thinking about it since we...
It's very pumpkin-y.
Whoa.
That'll lend a nice little bit of color to the dish too.
Smoke. A lot of it.
Very smoky.
You ever have like very smoky? You ever have like smoked salmon? It feels like it just came off the grill.
I'm a little nervous. No, I thought it was going to be smoked. I thought it was going to be lightly smoked.
I would call it significantly smoked.
I would call it substantially smoked,
Yeah.
SS. I am going to use some of this. I don't think I'm going to use all of it, though.
All the cheese. All the cheese.
No, Nina. No, I won't do it.
He's not confident.
I've got an emergency cab at 5 here.
It just feels like it's like, oh, it didn't work out slightly. So like back to the fridge.
We have never put this in a Mac.
Really?
This is way too expensive to put in a Mac. This is $14 a pound.
Wow.
That's 22.
Okay, all right.
Look, I'm kind of with you, but I want it to taste great.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
But they won't know. Just say it tastes great.
What if someday in the future we can convert this to AI and you'll be able to immersively experience it, be
Right.
here in the kitchen,
Right.
taste the Mac, and it's not very good.
He's got a point. And I know something about AI.
You're gonna have sweet from the apple.
It's growing on.
Sweet from this pear.
We're going to use most of this.
I really think we should use all of it.
Oh, yeah, we should definitely cut the rind off.
F the rind. F the rind.
I paid for this rind. Why didn't you cut it off at the store, Amazon?
John lost 100 pounds in the last few months, and
Did?
he did it mostly by avoiding things like, loaves of sourdough bread.
Loaves of sourdough bread. I cut off myself a piece and had it. It was delicious. I don't feel like I need it in my life on a regular basis.
Nice.
I'm fully on bread. I eat sourdough most mornings.
One of our recent episodes, John was saying that carbs are a problem. We had some like fitness freaks in the comments being like, well, let's not demonize carbs. Nina feels the same way. Someday we should do, like
hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
I think we all agree no process.
I think we're all agreed against processed.
Did you end up buying the chub?
I did. I bought both.
You got a chub? Yeah.
Here, you can have some flipping tools.
Flippin'. Oh, I thought we were nicely saying.
You have some flipping tools. Incredulous nerd.
Dancing nerd.
Dancing high waist nerd. Your spoon is still stained from that horrible.
It is. It was the butter.
The KD. Yeah, the butter chicken.
This was the spoon we used for the poblano, which was not the strongest color. The yellow has now permeated it, and I cannot scrub it out. I cannot get them clean. I've scrubbed them.
The bread is big pieces or little pieces?
I want medium-sized pieces, Nina.
That's gonna make the mac so good.
The sarcasm.
So he's doing breadcrumbs, but he's not baking it. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
I have not.
But you're doing it.
I'm doing it, Frankie.
Why did you go with chorizo over chorizo?
Just for something different. Let's try a piece of this one, shall we?
Yeah, let's get chubby.
It's pretty tasty. It's smoky. It's not badly. It's not like that. She's doing excellent with the cheese.
But now I just want to snack on chorizo chubs.
Isn't that good? I want to try a little piece of one of these.
Okay.
So we can compare. I think they're both good.
All right, that's more delicious.
Yeah, I think so.
Was it worth the Whole Foods price?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but then we wouldn't use any of this. That seems a little sad, doesn't it?
Who cares? But give me some more though, so that I can remain fed and happy.
Fat and sassy.
Getting all fat and sassy.
Just get all fat and sassy.
We're gonna cook up a chorizo and get all fat and sassy. So I want to get all fat and sassy.
There's a storm a coming. We're gonna get all fat and sassy.
Do you ever get excited by you're like, ooh, a storm?
Yeah, I do.
I like it a lot less with the preschooler now. Back when it was just Frankie and I, it was like, oh, we're just gonna eat Oreos and hang out without power if we have
get
to.
all fat and sassy.
Eat bread and desserts and just get all fat and sassy.
Hey, can I just say, John's OXO peeler is a joy to work with.
Yeah,
Try a little bit of the breadcrumb mix.
it's interesting. We're at a real crossroads here. They're super yummy. You'd like it. It's very crunchy. The problem is, it might overpower the mac.
I'm very pro those.
I knew you would be. I think you got to do it. Otherwise, we're going to spend the rest of our lives wondering what could have been.
Exactly, Frankie.
That knife is also a joy.
We want nice, thin pieces. Nina, could you please throw all of the vegetables in?
The vegetables. Apples and pears. What do you think about some like a chorizo and apple?
I'm gonna try a little bit as a combination
Yeah?
right now.
Yeah, actually, the flavor combination is really solid. There's a textural difference that's not ideal, but I'm thinking it'll probably
It'll probably all come out.
all come out in the
Because then
wash.
there's gonna be breadcrumbs on top too.
Oh yeah, there's pasta involved at some point.
Yes, the pasta is ready to go. The pasta's gonna be a little weird because it's been holding for a while.
The pasta is a little weird. It's been holding for a while.
Yes.
The pasta could have been less weird had it not held so long.
Yeah, if we didn't hold the pasta, it would have been less weird.
John speak.
Why is it coming out so weird? Yep, turn to butter.
Never too much butter in your mac.
I've never seen cream do this. We're gonna start adding some cheese in here, starting with this lovely
Cheese.
cheese. Our first handful of the smoked.
Oh, it's gooey.
I didn't make a lot of faces about it, but this is another recipe where I'm like, that's a lot of cheese to not as much macaroni.
Look at that. Look at that goo. I don't remember the last time we made a bechamel that gooed.
It's not even all the cheese.
The smoke.
It's very good.
Do you see how it's got a nice amount of smoke?
You're gonna add a little moisture with the apples and the pears.
See how we heat it now, it's gooing less?
What you're telling me is that heat melts cheese?
Yeah.
Junt branded stove. You can just put a pot there, turn up the heat, and it will melt the cheese.
Yep.
It should have the consistency of dehydrated urine.
Oh, but see how the pasta's a little weird?
Well, yes, because it's really been held. Well, yeah, well, there's a reason for that, because if it holds, it gets weird. You don't like it?
I do. I think it's great. It's very nice.
Hell of a Mac. Hell of a Mac.
Now,
Now
the
just go
question is,
right in and ruin it.
I mean, that's a lot of extra flavor.
No f***ing out.
And then what? And then you sprinkle the breadcrumbs after the fact?
Individually?
yes,
With liberty and justice for all?
with liberty and justice for some. This is called Chorizo Fall Mac.
Huh. You're going to be shocked to hear this.
Yeah.
I reject the breadcrumbs.
Okay, I'm not shocked. I kind of like them. They had a nice little crispy.
To me, they feel a little bit kind of like burnt. But the mac is really good. The pasta's really good. I think I haven't hit any apple yet, but the chorizo is killer, and the cheese is really good. I do get the smoke flavor, and it's just fine. It's nice.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Not a lot of fruit flavor in there.
There's some. I can get a little bit, and I think that's okay. I don't need a ton of fruit flavor.
You know what would have improved the breadcrumbs?
What?
If they tasted like nothing.
Really?
Because
They're too flavorful.
the only thing that they are doing is adding nice texture.
Okay.
But then they come in with all this kind of like, hey, but also I can do a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, I think you're right. I
don't mind the breadcrumbs at all.
If I go a little bit under and I just have a bite without, I think it's a little better.
How's the smoky flavor?
Good.
Good. And I haven't hit any apple. This is the second time that you've put apples in mac and you've made them vanish.
You pulled out too many apples.
Anyone looking to get rid of apples, now you know how.
Yeah. John can help you.
I can help you hide them in your favorite dishes. Wait a minute, I was supposed to put this on.
What is it?
A little more cheese for good nature.
Well, there wasn't enough cheese, Matt. Wait, I forgot one of the key ingredients. Cheese! Honestly, the breadcrumb texture, you really nailed the texture.
Yep.
It's just that it comes in with its own, too much of its own thing.
Too much of its own flavor.
Consider it a victory. It's the first time I've ever been like, texturally, the breadcrumbs are just right.
Yeah, we moved from they're awful to they're just slightly incorrect.
Good job, John.
It'll be up on the website. You can try it out for yourself. And we'll see you next time on BoxMac.
Eat bread and desserts and just get all fat and sassy. And desserts and just fat and sassy. Bread and desserts and just fat and sassy. Eat bread and desserts and just